Texas has long symbolized opportunity, booming jobs, affordable land, and sunshine. But 2025 has revealed glaring buyer traps, overlooked towns where housing can be a financial gamble. In today's countdown, we're identifying the top 10 worst cities to buy a home in Texas based on weak demand, declining values, oversupply economic stress, and resale risk. This isn't fear-mongering, it's data that could save you tens of thousands. Let's set the stage. As of mid-2025, inventory in Texas is up nearly 30% year over year, and homes are sitting longer, around 65 to 70 days on market. Major metros like Dallas, Fort Worth, and Austin see prices falling. Dallas is down 4.6% year-over-year as of May, and Austin has normalized from pandemic highs. Even mortgage-driven migration slowed. At the same time, delistings are spiking. Sellers are pulling listings rather than cutting price. 10. Kerrville, located in Hill Country, 25,000 population. Kerrville has seen median home prices jump from $224,000 in 2018 to about $345,000 in 2023. Yet supply is lagging. 36% of homeowners and nearly half of renters are cost-burdened. Inventory can't keep pace with price trends, leaving buyers overpaying in a stagnant market. Local subsidies to build 2,500 new units suggest developers are cautious, and residents fear losing small-town charm. For a rural city, demand may seem healthy, but it's overpriced and fragile. 9. Pecos, Big Spring, Alice, Raymondville, Sweetwater. 5 Texas areas, Pecos, Big Spring, Alice, Raymondville, and Sweetwater, are flagged by Zillow analysts for probable double-digit price plunges by early 2026. These rural areas depend on oil, gas, or agriculture. Once booming towns with energy-driven housing now face job dryness and oversupply. Homes sit unsold for months, getting delisted rather than repriced. As the energy economy cools, so does real estate. 8. Rio Grande Valley, Brownsville, Harlingen, Raymondville. In the Rio Grande Valley, Brownsville is among the nation's poorest metro areas. $24,000 median household income, 35ers below the poverty line. Crime rates are high compared to state averages, and foreclosure filings are climbing. Zillow forecasts double-digit drops in parts of Raymondville. For buyers, low income levels plus oversupply equals weak resale potential. 7. Brownfield. Brownfield builds on cotton farming and declining oil revenue. Big retailers like Walmart have closed local outlets citing poor viability. Educational attainment is low. Only 27% high school graduates proficient in core subjects. Schools rank near the bottom statewide, and violent property crime rates are above national average. That adds social risk for buyers and depresses home values in rural areas. 6. Plainview. Once a regional anchor, Plainview, 22,000 residents, was featured in Deliver Us from Drought as a ghost town in waiting. Rural flight, service closures, and economic contraction leave home prices flat or sliding. When people leave and infrastructure fades, housing becomes hard to sell, even if it's cheap. Patton Village, suburb of Houston, has seen political chaos for decades. In 1988, property values were described as zero. Municipal dysfunction persists into today. Tiny tax base, minimal services, and irregular governance make ownership a liability. Resale markets in such towns are practically non-existent. 4. Killeen, Temple, Metro. Mid-Texas's Killeen, Temple area, anchored by Fort Hood, suffers from high crime, once among the top 10 most dangerous in Texas, and repeatedly spikes in violent crime and even school violence incidents in 2025. Economic ups and downs from base troop shifts make the housing market volatile. Buyers risk being trapped in unstable areas where prices can dip with military drawdowns. 3. Beaumont-Port Arthur. The Beaumont-Port Arthur region is heavily industrial and polluted, with a history of toxic chemical exposure and repeatedly hit by flooding, notably from Hurricane Harvey. Climate change raises insurance premiums, while pollution impacts desirability. Cleanup is slow and federal aid delayed. Buyers face high long-term costs, potential loss of value, and limited resale appeal. 2. San Antonio Metro. San Antonio now leads the top 10 U.S. metros in foreclosure rate, 1 in 2,326 homes in April 2025. The housing boom saw some overbuilding, but weaker wage growth has led to underwater mortgages. With rising delinquencies, future foreclosures pose downward pressure on neighborhood values. 1. Dallas-Fort Worth Metro. Dallas-Fort Worth is the biggest metro to cool off fast. Inventory hit 4.7 months in May, highest since 2012. Median home prices dropped 4.6% year-over-year, and days on market hit 86, with many homes delisted rather than repriced. Builders have large inventories of speculative homes, pressured by elevated insurance and mortgage rates. While still growing, DFW may be weakest large market buy in Texas right now. Here's what unites these worst 10 markets: weak or declining employment, rural, agriculture, oil towns, overbuilt inventory, both rural booms and metro sprawl, high socioeconomic stress, low income, high crime, poor schools, environmental risk, from floods and pollution to drought. Long days on market plus delistings without repricing, poor liquidity. Before buying in Texas, here are key checks. Inventory trends and DOM. Look for rising supply and DOM 70 days. Local economy. Avoid shrinking or volatile sectors. Foreclosure filings. High rates signal stresses, e.g. San Antonio. Environmental climate risk. Flooding, insurance costs, pollution. Local governance and services. Poor schools, crime, tax unpredictability. In 2025, Texas is no longer a monolithic boom. From rural hangovers to overheated metros, weaknesses abound. If you're looking to buy, be data smart. Steer clear of these risky 10. Like and subscribe for deep dives into real estate strategy. And drop your market in the comments. We'll analyze it next. This video is informational, not financial advice.